Welcome to my Waterwise Farming Initiative project. My name is Katla Mukhanya. My student number is 22004963. I'm from Central University of Technology and doing project 3. My outlines are as follows: proposal, block diagram, schematic, PCB, and flow diagram. I will now come to my first outline, which is proposal, and consists of problem statement, problem solution, and description. The problem statement reads as follows: significant crisis exhibited by the prevalent cases of excessive watering and daytime watering practices. My problem solution is that I will prefer to water my plants during the night time rather than the daytime, because during the daytime photosynthesis takes place and plants need photosynthesis in order to grow. And then coming to my description, I have LDR sensor which discerns between day and night. I have the relay which activates the water pump. I have the moisture sensor which gauges the soil dryness, whether it's wet or dry. And then I have the servo motor which opens and closes the tank lid. I also have the water level sensor, which in this case is the float sensor, which monitors the tank levels. And then the LCD will display the level of the water in the tank. I will now come to my block diagram, which consists of my inputs and output. Coming to my inputs, I have water level sensor, moisture sensor, LDR sensor, and then the 5 volts power supply is from the laptop. Coming to my output, I have 5 volts external supply connected to the relay and water pump. I have the LCD, the ESP, which is the Wi-Fi module, and then the servo motor, which is connected to the connected to the tank lid. The schematic consists of digital analog pins. What is highlighted in red is my part, and what is not highlighted in red is what was already existing in this project, which is the moisture sensor and the water pump. With this schematic, I'm gonna be able to build my PCB, and then I also avoided the skew lines when building this schematic. I used my schematic as reference to build this PCB, and as you can see, my wires are bent 90 degrees and there are no short circuits from my PCB, and with this PCB I'm gonna be able to build my circuit. The flow diagram correlates with building of the code. For instance, it's either the statement is true or false. If now I can say the LDR descends between day and night, and then if I test it, it does not detect whether it's during the day or night, then the statement will be false. So with this flow diagram, I was able to build a code. This slide goes in hand with the previous slide and already explained it. Now welcome to my video demonstration. I will start showing you my enclosure, and then on top of my enclosure is the LDR which descends between day and night. Inside my enclosure is 29 volts battery which supply my water pump, and here is my ESP which is for data purposes. It updates through the FinSpeak, and this one is my relay which activates the water pump. And then in front I have my LCD which displays the level of water in the tank. Here is my tank. It has a lid which is controlled by the servo motor. It rotates 90 degrees to open and close the tank lid. Then I have my float sensor which monitors the tank level, either empty or full. And then I also have my pump which waters my garden or my plants in the garden. And then inside my yard here I have the moisture sensor which detects the dryness of the soil, and then if the soil is dry, the relay will activate the water pump to water the plants, and then if it is wet it will deactivate it, but on the condition that it is during the night time, because I water my plants during the night time, because during the daytime plants need photosynthesis in order to absorb the sun's radiation so that they can grow well. So I water them during the night time. Here is my FinSpeak. As you can see, it says 4 minutes ago, but it will update automatically once I supply my project. So now, as you can see, the tank is empty. I will start by the scenario where the tank is empty. I will supply my project, and then I will check my LCD display to be water tank empty. So I'm still supplying it, and then I'm expecting my LCD to read tank empty. As you can see here, my LCD is written tank empty. The tank is empty. And now I will come to the scenario whereby I will pour the water inside my water tank, but before I will remove the supply because this tank will close automatically. So here is water. So as you can see, now there is water inside the tank, and then I will supply my project. I'm expecting the tank to close, meaning the servo motor must rotate and close the tank lid because now the tank is full. And then the LCD must display tank full, so I'm supplying it. Let's see the tank. The tank closed automatically. The tank closed automatically. And then now the LCD display is tank full. Okay, as you saw earlier on, the water pump was pumping. It's because my LDR didn't have any light to detect that is during the day, but now there is light. There is no water from the water pump, but once I release this light or torch from my LDR sensor, it will assume that it is during the night time, and then it will start watering the plants. And here is my moisture sensor, which gauges the soil dryness. And then once I release it, the water will come from the water pipe and then water the plants up until the moisture is wet. So I'm releasing it. So let's come here and check. So as you can see now, here is water from my tank. The tank is releasing water. So we are expecting that the moisture will get wet very soon, and then the pump will stop releasing water. Okay, so there is no water now from the pump, as you can see, meaning it detected, and then the relay tripped that now the moisture is wet and the pump must not release water. So but if I remove my moisture sensor, the water will be released again. So check. So now there is no moisture, you see, but once the moisture sensor is inside, it will stop automatically. So now let's come to the fins peak now, and then from this fins peak, as you can see, we're expecting it to update. So as you can see, it says less than a minute ago, and then this one is my float sensor. It was constant, then low, and then this one is my LDR status, meaning it was nighttime, daytime, nighttime. And you can see now the button state, which is my float sensor, is still ready because the tank was closed and now is open again. So here is my moisture sensor, meaning the soil was dry, then the soil was wet, then the soil was dry and wet. Thank you now for watching my video. I appreciate this opportunity.